It's okay. You can admit it. You're safe here. This is a judgment-free zone. We all have them. You know, those guilty pleasure games. The ones that critics panned and people hate for varying different reasons, but for some reason, you love. And you'll play over and over and over again. I have one too. I have a few actually, but the one I'm going to be talking about today is Ninja Blade. I picked up Ninja Blade when it first came out. I didn't really know much about the game. I think I read a GamePro review on it, and I remember it being pretty much panned. But for some reason, everything I read and saw about it really intrigued me. It was a game that I wanted to play, so I went out and picked it up. And I had my best friend come over, and he sat on the couch while I went through the game. And the entire time, we were cracking up, laughing, smiling, and just thoroughly loving Ninja Blade. Everything from the overpowered character of Ken Ogawa, to the silly one-liners, to the really ridiculous story, and the absolute over-the-top action, Ninja Blade won us over, heart and soul, man. I love Ninja Blade, and I played it over and over again as the years went on, and it was about due time for me to play Ninja Blade again. But this time, I wanted to share Ninja Blade with the world, so I decided, why not do a Judge Mathas episode on Ninja Blade? And man, it was just as ridiculous this time around as it was the very first time I played it. And when I told my friend I was doing a video on it, he said he could not wait to see it and that he was excited that I was going to be telling other people about this game. Oh, and did I mention Ninja Blade is by From Software? You know, the Dark Souls guys? Yeah, you wouldn't guess by playing this game. So without further ado, let's check out Ninja Blade. The game opens up in the distant year of 2015, where we find a drunk man stumbling his way through the streets of Tokyo. As he's stumbling through the streets, as you do, he catches a quick glance at some young schoolgirl crying in a nearby alleyway, as you do. No one seems to notice or care, but he does and goes to check on her. Since this is a Japanese game, this is going to end in one of two ways. Either some erotic tentacle hentai is about to start, and I should unzip my pants, or something horrifying is about to happen to this poor man, and I should unzip my pants. After approaching her and asking her if she's okay a few times while awkwardly staring at her inner thigh, a bunch of weird worms hatch out from inside her, turning her into the liquor from Resident Evil and strangling the poor man while he screams for help. The crowded streets don't seem to notice and nobody gives a shit. I'm still not entirely sure if this is horror or hentai. So we cut to the very next night, where a bunch of helicopters filled with ninjas are flying into a now completely infested and overrun Tokyo. This guy right here, who definitely doesn't look like he's gonna be evil later on, tells us that this is the moment we've all been training for, and the Prime Minister has called us in. Yep, that's right. A squadron of ninjas has been trained to fight a worm infestation that turns people into zombie-like creatures. Not only that, but apparently they've fought this enemy before, but this is the biggest infestation they've seen. And after a vague pep talk by totally not evil guy, cocky cliche over here who's too cool for ninja school pulls his best high school badass impression and jumps out the plane early. The rest follow suit, but before you can go, the not a bad guy, good guy master stops you so he can give you a sword that's all chained up and has some importance, but doesn't tell you why he gave it to you, instead giving you the typical, "you'll know" answer. You will. With the new sword strapped on your back, you finally dive off the helicopter in proper badass fashion to deal with now infested Tokyo. Yeah, badass. That's the word I think I'll use to describe this game. It's a badass simulator. Everything you do in Ninja Blade is over the top and gratuitous in kind of the best way possible. And most of that happens during QTEs, which are QuickTime events that are introduced by zooming in to Ken's eyeball. Every single time. Jump out a helicopter for some skydiving monster murder? Zoom in on eyeball. Jump out a window of a burning building? Zoom in on eyeball. Doing extravagant finisher on worm zombie boss monster? Zoom in on eyeball. Killing spider boss by hitting a wrecking ball like a baseball with your overly sized, definitely not overcompensating sword? Zoom in on eyeball. That's not even the half of it. By the end of the game, you'll have ridden a missile, stopped an airplane with your own strength, and knocked back half a building at a boss. I'm serious. Ken Ogawa is overpowered as hell. He's got God mode on 24/7. He is the OG OP. Everything he does defies the laws of physics in every way. And I love every second of it. You cannot stop Ken Ogawa. He is truly unstoppable.
Oh no, you're telling me that Mr. Not Evil Man and Cocky McGee are both infested by the worms, and they are betraying me. Say it ain't so. Oh my god, and he's my dad. What?
So, after helping you slice up some baddies and watching you slam a wrecking ball into a monster spider worm thing like an amazing badass, it's revealed he's actually infested. And when you try to unleash the ninja blade from its holster, oh my god, I get the title. The chained up, it's the chain. He says some nonsense, takes it from you, and then stabs you with it. We quickly learn he could have killed you, but spared your life, so I guess the zombie worm virus hasn't fully taken him over or something? Maybe he needs us alive for something else. Oh, and our blood is toxic? The game barely gives you any time to think before Ken is back on his feet and standing upside down in a helicopter, heading back into Tokyo to deal with the infested. Holy shit! A giant worm just burst through the ground! And now it's a tard section. Okay, just gun this bitch down and, oh, what the fuck? The helicopter! It has seashells on it! Oh, thankfully I know how to surf on a missile, and let me just explode this thing, and bam! Badass! Oh, what the shit? It's a giant snail monster that also has a face that looks horrifyingly like a finger puppet and his two dude bro worm friends. Let me just slice this bitch up. Yeah, easy. Oh, fuck, now I'm on a plane and an actual sky hydra is destroying it. Gotta kill this shit, all right, easy. Gonna surf down his back and do my special cyclone move in his mouth. Oh shit, the plane is gonna crash into all those people. First, wait, why are all those people just standing there, first of all? You moved to say, like, the city is being overrun. What the... All right, I see the road is taken and destroyed, but I feel like you might want to just go the other way. Don't stare. Just turn around and go back. Luckily, I'm Ken motherfucking Ogawa. Just gonna jam my swords into the plane and stop it with pure badassery. Fuck yeah! Who's next? Giant mutant bug in the sewers? Launch into the sky with hydraulic elevator. Aw shit, it's Cocky McAsshole. What a bitch. The president just bitch slapped your ass. Get on, punk! Spider guy? More like spider bye, bitch! Now who? I'm unstoppable! I'm Ken Ogawa! This is amazing! Oh, holy shit, my dad is a giant man. Oh, where was I? Oh, the story. Oh, God. My dad's a bad guy with worms in him. Listen, if you're playing Ninja Blade for the game's story, you're doing it wrong. The story's just an excuse to get you from one huge set piece to the next, and it's magnificent for doing so. Every so often it gets weirdly melodramatic, but the game quickly wisens up and gets you to the next badass scenario quickly. The game is full of cheese and silly as hell moments, with Ken Ogawa always coming out on top to be a badass with the most generic sounding lines I've ever heard. He never sounds enthused to be doing anything. It always seems to be bordering on sounding bored as hell.
Kudo, what are you doing?
Which is hilarious during this boss fight with Snake Arm Lady and her dog dad. Also, why do the worms transform these people into half animal, half human? Also, that Hydra I was talking about, what the fuck was that before it got infested by worms? Like, a snake? And how did it learn to fly? I don't understand what's going on there. Fuck if I know, but after beating the dog dad, God, I love saying dog dad. He tells me my father said I'd be trouble, but my anger would get the better of me. Now, I'm trying really hard to remember a single part of this game where Ken sounded or even acted angry, but the only thing I can think of is every QTE where they zoom in on his slightly furrowed brow and his green, gorgeous eyes. Is that what he's talking about? Like how Ken looks kind of perturbed about the events happening every so often? Dude, do you see what's happening to this city? Zombie worms are taking people over and you're a goddamn dog man being controlled by them while I'm apparently the last bastion of humanity to save you all from certain doom. I think Ken deserves to look slightly annoyed through this shit. Oh, and then after you kill Dog Dad, you then kill his daughter, who's the Snake Arm Lady, who at the end of the fight asks you to kill her because she doesn't want to be controlled by the worms anymore. Ken just kind of asks her who's speaking, her or the worms. She says it's her, and then Ken just kind of nonchalantly says, okay, and stabs her. What a stone cold killer. Don't cross Ken, He'll ask you if that's your real name. And if you say, girl, it's my real name, he'll just kind of shove his sword through your chest and be like, that's right. And then he'll walk and not care. In the end, this game is kind of hard for me to look at objectively because I love it so damn much. It's ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous. It makes you feel like a badass as often as it possibly can. But if I take a step back and look at exactly how this game plays outside of its ridiculous QuickTime events, set pieces, and other nonsense, I'm saddled with a super mediocre game. Each level opens up with a weird set piece, QTE, or turret section, which then leads into the actual level where you plow through really generic zombie-like monsters and use a combination of your heavy and light attacks to blast through them. Nothing special. The combat feels clunky. The dodge mechanics don't quite work, as once you're locked into an attacking animation, there's really no way out of it until you finish the attack, and enemies can hit you mid-combo, which creates that really clunky combat feeling. Either there's too little enemies on screen, which pose no challenge at all, or they flood the area with so many different enemies that having a smooth fighting experience is impossible, as enemies constantly hit you mid-combo and stop the badass kind of feeling you can get. They try to bring in that badass feeling with the normal combat by introducing a finisher system wherein you kill each enemy with a flourish and earn extra health and pickups, but honestly, it slows things down too much. Too often I found myself ignoring the prompt to kill the enemy with a flourish and just went over to the next enemy to kill him instead. The boss battles are equally boring and relatively simple, presenting you with a basic puzzle you need to figure out, which results in dodging attacks and then hitting the enemy's weak point until the prompt shows up to go into the next crazy QuickTime event set piece to finish the fight. It's not that the game mechanics are bad per se, it's just that they aren't really all that polished and could have used a bit more refinement. I mean, hell, last generation we had God of War and God of War 2, which play much better than this does. The game, for me, more than makes up for it though with the incredibly over-the-top moments and constantly has me grinning from ear to ear over how stupid and insanely powerful Ken Ogawa is. Honestly, the game is really stupid in the best possible way. So there's Ninja Blade for you. It is overall mediocre when it comes to its mechanics. The reviewers and the people who played it back then were right. It's not that great. But if you can get over mediocre mechanics, there is an absolute crazy fun game here to be had that has over-the-top action with nonsense through and through that'll constantly have you laughing and smiling. And if you're into that style of game, you can pick it up on Steam and it works pretty well. I didn't really have any bugs when playing it. Or you can get it super cheap for the 360. I don't know if it came out for the PS3. I didn't really check. Probably should have. But it's well worth checking out. So that's why I, the Honorable Judge Mathas, declare this game as innocent. It doesn't know what it's doing, and it does it so well. It has no idea it's a bad game, and I can't fault it for that. It is just too damn a good time for me to really crush under my heel. And I guarantee you I'll play this game more times as I get older and laugh every single time. So guys, what is your guilty pleasure game? I gotta know. Let me know in the comment section below. It's alright, man. Let the worst game in the world come out and let me know why you enjoy it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Judge Mathas. It was an absolute pleasure to make my favorite episode to date, from the game, to the jokes, to my editor who I finally brought on, Dean Cuddy. The link to his channel will be in the description below. Dude is super talented, and I want to thank him for taking the time to help me with this project that I've been working on for so long. And I've got another video in the works, another top 5 video that I've been working on for the past week or so. That should be out soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. And if you want daily content from me, head over to my gameplay channel, youtube.com/MathasGames. And by Mathas, youtube.com/MathasGames. Or if you're watching this on the Mathas Games channel, youtube.com/Judge Mathas Games for more videos like this. I'm super excited to bring you another episode soon. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.